Hi lads. I thought what I'd do is maybe just go through a track and see, just show you the process of what I do when I get a track off Sav, and just see how it develops from the start to the finish. So first off, I get a basic track from Sav. In this case it's Velvet and She, and I sort of load it in to Wavelab, which allows me to improve the sound a little bit. That's the basic track that I got from Sav, and what I do initially is normalize the track, which brings the loudest point up to maximum level. Once that's done, I'll transfer it on to the multi-track. Now I route the track through the Aphex Oral Exciter, which is this thing here, and what this does is actually boost harmonics and loudness without distorting, and that way I can put it onto the multi-track, which is here. So I have the basic tracks down with Sav's tracks, and then it comes down to thinking about what I'm going to add to it. And we've got mixed bass here, which that's mixed bass. Now we sat and worked out a little harmony run that comes in and out on mixed bass, and we added that on as well, and this is what they sound like together. Now I added some what's called pads, which are long keyboard sounds, and I put some on the verse, so it's like a churchy sort of sound for the verse, and then that sounds like this with the Sav's backing track. So that's that. What I've done on the chorus is a similar sound, but a little bit more harsh. So that's sort of a slightly shinier sound. I've added just a single piano bass note, which sort of helps speed the track along a bit.
And she tries, and she tries, but she everything means nothing.
That sort of boosts the bottom end. Now I'm working on some piano at the moment to go in the breaks, and that's on 3 and 4. that's mixed in.
Nothing, but everything means nothing. Everything means nothing.
And this is it all together. There's just one thing that she can't give. Whoa. And she tries, but she just can't fake it anymore. And she tries to feel something, but everything means nothing. So there we have it. That's basically how I put together the tracks, and obviously there's a lot more work to do on Velvet and She, and Jeff hasn't done anything on it yet, so it's a long way from completion, but this is how the process works, and that's how it's done. Hi, this is what I intend to be a video diary for the making of Electro Sex Boogie. I thought I'd get in right at the start and just show the whole process from beginning to end. The first thing I've done is obviously loaded it into Wavelab. I've normalized it, and the first problem I had was there's like a 4-bar drum rhythm at the start, which is really surplus to requirements. So what I've done is I've taken everything off the start except for one snare right at the start. So it starts now just with a snare hit like a normal song would. So there we have it. Okay, I've written down some notes which I normally do. I've got a little pad here and it's basically just overdub ideas. First thoughts on this was some wah-wah guitar, blues licks, organ, synth solo possibly, maybe some backing vocals, and what I've put an FTG synth line, which is my shorthand for fade to grey synth line, which is sort of an octave thing. So those are some ideas, brainstorming, that I'm going to try out. Some of them might work, some of them will fall by the wayside. So it involves a lot of trial and error. For example, I've got this this sound here, which that could be a goer. That's a possibility, but I'm not quite sure whether it fits in. But that's the kind of thing. I've got to keep trying different types of things. So I've had another idea developing. I'm going to try this out. have an idea for a sort of a chugging guitar riff at the start. Not sure whether it fits, but you know, another go. So I've tried the sort of grungy guitar riff on Basczax Boogie, and even though it's still in my head, I don't think on keyboard it quite cuts it, and I think I'll leave the guitar riff to Jeff on this one. You know, I think that'll be best thing. So Jeff, you've heard the riff. That's the kind of thing that I'm looking at. I don't know whether you feel the same, but give it a go. So I've had this new idea for sort of a synth pulse to go to the start instead of the guitar. So this is what I'm going to try now. There we go. That's the start. So that sounds pretty good actually. I'm quite happy with that. So I might be working on that. I'm not going to overdo it. I'm just going to put it in the verses and find something else to do for the others. Okay, I've just worked out a new synth part to go at the start and in the verses and stuff. I'm going to give it a go now. I haven't got it fully worked out yet. Right, so that's the bit I've got worked out. It's not fully there yet, but it's getting there. Okay, so I've been working on Basczax Boogie a little bit more, and I've got the two basic elements of the synths, or the first lot of synths, down. One is sort of like a bubbly sound, and the other is more of a straight synth. And this is how I've sort of got them balanced up pretty well, and this is how it sounds at the moment. So I think I've got something to work on. It's just going to be for the verses at the moment. So I'm going to have a go at that now. Here we go. So there we go, that's a run through for the verse. I'm not sure whether I've got the riff right yet, but I'm going to give it a listen. Okay, so I've had a listen through after adding the guitar riff, and it seems to me that the timing's all wrong. So anyway, I'll let you have a listen to it mixed in with the track, and I think you'll see that the actual timing of the riff clashes with some of the keyboard parts. Yeah, and again, the same problem seems to be coming through with this track, is that Sav's voice is getting buried as soon as you add anything, and I can't increase Sav's voice without increasing the backing track, and I'm beginning to worry about this, the fact that it's a fundamental problem with this particular version of the track. So we might have to have a think about, I don't know, doing another version. I don't know, but let's see what happens. Here's the deal on Electrosex Boogie. It's a great backing track as far as the music and everything, and the vocal take is a great take, and you know, but the balance is not there, and without me trying to track the vocals and something, which I think is so difficult with this song, because of the, you know, Sav's mannerisms is Sav's mannerisms, and you can only go to reproduce it so much. I really feel that if we're going to do this track justice, that we're going to have a rebalancing on the backing track. I don't know whether, Sav, you can actually, whether you've got the backing track without the vocals already there, and you know, you can redo the vocals a lot louder. But I feel that's the only way we can make progress with this track. So, you know, I don't know what you think about that. Let me know what you think. Right, Sav's asked me to do some tracking on the vocals for Electrosex Boogie, so I'm just ploughing my way through that, doing a high vocal and a low vocal. And so on. I'll be working my way through the song and getting that finished. Hi guys, welcome to the making of Hollywood Strut 2010 mix. Obviously it's an old song, and I think we're all pretty familiar with it, and it's all one of our favourites. So the question is, with this version, do we do anything different, or do we, you know, just do the 80 version but better recorded? I don't know. I for one am at the start actually putting in more or less what I did on the original recording, and then we'll just see where it goes from there, if it needs anything extra. So I'll just take you through the process of Hollywood Strut. Okay, Hollywood Strut. Obviously what we've got to start with is Sav's original backing track. Which we're all pretty familiar with. What I've done to start with is just put in some electric piano to vamp along. So that's some electric piano I've just vamped along for the verses, and I've done some synth for the verses as well. So that's I think that's pretty much along the lines of the 1980 version, the same notes. I'm going to flesh that out with different overdubs. That's just a basic synth line at the moment. So that's as far as I've got. What I'm going to do is obviously flesh out. I haven't worked anything out for the chorus yet. Obviously going to fill some keyboards in for the chorus, and I'm going to do some backing vocals, some harmonies as on the original. So that's to do. So that's it so far.